So let's search for abstract shape seamless pattern. I'll still put it out here in the group chat. This group chat and copy it. So abstract shapes. So you press enter, right? Press enter to search. The place that you wrote graphics, right? You see all. See all. So we click on see all so that we can see everything that we have, right? You see there's different abstract shapes right here. This one has the crown, so it means that it's pro. We can't use it, right? The same with this one, this one, this one, this one. But these are different abstract shape background. Do you understand? That you can use. So what we're going to do is to scroll down to look for the exact one that we want. So we scroll down like this. We bring this down. And then you can see that I now have this right here. This is the particular one that I want to use. This is the one I want to use. So what am I going to do? I click on it and I'll say right here. So if you have gotten yours, let me know if I should continue. Okay. I can't start again, but we haven't gone far, right? We haven't gone far. So what I'm going to do for you, I don't know your name, it's showing user. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what you're on top of home. You click on it, you will see create a design. There you click on the create a design and you type banner landscape. That's the only thing we have done. So now that we have gotten this, right? The next thing we are going to do now is click on the shape. We need to resize it so that it fills up this place. Do you understand? We need to resize it. So what are we going to do? We I place it at the edge here so that I see what I'm doing, right? So I place it like this. Then I click on it. I come to the edge. You know the circle that is showing at the edge. So I come to the down edge here and then I scale it like this. So you see now it's big. So you just do yours like this. So once you have scaled it, so you know, so instead of us to come back to what are we going to do? We click on this particular background that we have got, right? We click on it, and then the next thing we are going to do is to come to duplicate. You know, the rectangle that has a cross sign on it. So we duplicate the file. Or you can also duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D to duplicate. Then the next thing we are going to do is now to shift this like this, and we have this. So have we gotten to this point? Yes, you can choose yours, champs. You can. If you see any background that you like, if you don't want to use my own, you see any background that you like, you can choose background. Actually, we're welcome. So have you guys gotten to this extent? Please raise up your hand, let me know. Okay, can see. Okay, I think this part confused some people, so I'm going to do it again. So I said, once you have created your document size, right? Once you have this document size right here, I'm doing it again. So please pay close attention. So once you have your document size here, the next step that we are supposed to do, right, is to make our background. The background that we saw, we need to make that background, right? So to do that, we come to element, we click on element, and we search abstract shapes seamless pattern, abstract shape seamless pattern, which I sent to the group chat. But then let me send it again. So I've sent this thing again. So you can search it. Once you search it, right, then you click on see all, and you'll be able, then you scroll down. These are different backgrounds, right? But we can't use, I can't use this one. Maybe some of you are using Pro, so let me not say we can't. But then I can't use this one, I can't use this one, I can't use this one, I can't use this one that has crown under it. Why? Because it's Pro. I need to pay to be able to use them. So I come down here, and this is the one that I want to use. You get, this is the one that I want to use. So what do? I click on it, and then it's here, it's appeared here. So now the next thing I will do is to carry this thing here and keep it here. Why? So that it will be easy for me to scale it, that is to make it big. So once I place it here, the next thing I want to do now is to scale this like this. So once I reach here, I know that it's for it. So what do we need to do? We need to get another one. So do we get another one by coming to element and searching for it again? No. How can we get it? Now, if I click on this background that we have here, right, you will see that something appeared down here and is saying duplicate. The one that has a cross sign inside of it is saying duplicate. So I click on it, it has duplicated, it's now 2. So what do I have to do? I just need to shift this here. And now I have this. Do you understand? I have this. So the next step that I'm going to take, now that I've duplicated the background, is to put a big rectangle here where I'm going to put my images and my write-up. Because if I write like this, people won't be able to see anything now, because there are so many things on this background. So if I decide to write on the background like this or place an image, people won't be able to see it. So what do we need to do? We need to create another background, right, where we can put our image and then our write-up. So I create the rectangle. That one, click on tools, then shapes. We click on shapes, and then we get a rectangle. Click on the first shape. So now we have this right here. So what do we need to do? We need to resize it the way that we want it to be. So how do I do that? I come to the one, I'm going to use the one in the middle, right? Not the ones at the edge. So I shift it like this, right? To this edge. I shift it like this, right? Bring it down, and then like this also. Do you understand? So now I have this, but then I need to make sure that this is placed right. So now I have this. But then this our rectangle is green, and I don't want to use a green rectangle. I want to use white. So what do? I click rectangle like this, okay? Then click on color. Color is on top. So click on color and then click white. and then we have this. So if you guys have gotten to this point, please let me know in the chat. Yes, you can use Pro, but you won't be able to export it. But then you need to export your design because you need to send it to me. So that's why I said we can use it. No, it's not document banner. Search for banner landscape. Banner, then you put landscape. 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 Okay, so you guys are here. Okay, so now we have this right here. So the next step that we need to take, right, is for us to add our characters. We need to add the image that we saw right here. So now to do that, we come to elements. We go back to elements, the place we got the background. We go back to elements and then we click on elements, right? Click on elements. And then we come back to the search bar and remove the one we have searched before. Okay. So we are going to search for cartoon surprised boy. So we search for cartoon surprised boy. So I'm going to send it to the group chat so that you can copy it, paste. Or you can just look at mine and so search for cartoon surprised boy. So once you are done searching for it, you click enter, right? So now we come down to see all again under graphics, see all. So we click on see all, so we see all the image that we have. So now this is the particular one that I want to use, right? This is the one I want to use. You can use any one that you want, but this is the one I want to use. So I click on this and then you see my image has appeared here. So now that I have this image right here, I need to scale it. So scaling means to make it big, right? So I place it right here. And then let me teach you guys another thing, right? If I click on this guy, you see there are colors, different colors right here, right? And those colors are the colors that were used to make this guy. So I can decide to change this guy's outfit and the color. So now that he's wearing brown, I can decide to come here and change his color, his pants to blue. You see, he now has blue stockings and blue pants. So I can decide to come to the place that he's wearing white, right, and change it to green. But then you see, it's also changed his eyes. So I'm just trying to tell you guys that you can also change the colors, right, of your characters if you don't like them. But I don't want to change the colors. I want them to be the way they are. So have you gotten your cartoon character? Yes. Okay, so basically, how do I know? So if you go to Element, and that's why I said you should always have a template that you want to use, right? So I have looked at other people's designs, right? Since I wanted to make the banner, I've looked for at other people's designs, right? And then I got an idea of what I want to make. Do you understand? Because some of the times when you want to design, especially for beginners like you, right, that doesn't know where to start or what to do, what you need to do is to go on Pinterest, okay, or on on Canva, and just search for designs based on what you want to make. Do you understand? Then you look at everything and then you make your own. Do you understand? But then most of the times why I decide to use Canva design, right, to make designs for you guys is because if I decide to make like designs from like my own designs, right, most of you will not have the pictures that I would want to use. So that's why whenever I'm trying to make a design for you people, I make sure that you can get the elements from Canva. Because I noticed something that on the day we made the family tree, that I got the avatar heads, right? Once it was at that part, most of you did not do it. Why? Because you did not have the avatar head that I used. So this time around, when I want to make design, I try as much as possible to make sure that all the elements that we need for the design, that we can get it in Canva, so that everybody follows. You get. So when you want to make a design for a beginner, I would advise that you first of all search for other people's templates and then get an idea of what you want to make. Do you understand? And then you design. So now I know that I want to use a patterned background. What do? I just go online in the elements, right? And just search for patterns background. And then I see different types that I want to use. Do you understand? And I pick the one that I like most. So I picked the one that I liked. Do you get? So for you now, and then why I get the name is that so that it will be easy for us to work when we are designing. Because if I don't give you guys the name, you will search for it and search for it and search for it. So that's so once you open your Canva, right? The what you can do now is to open a new document, right? So what I can do for you guys is that once we are done designing this one, because we have gone far, okay, if we still have time, then we do it again. Then we do it again. Do you understand? For those people that was not following us, that is, I'm not promising though, that is if we still have time. Do you understand? So now let's go back to our design. So you guys have gotten this character, right? The next one for us to do is to get the second character, the second cartoon character. We come back here to elements, we click on elements, right? Remove the first one that we have searched, and then we search for cartoon, cartoon excited girl, right? So search for cartoon excited girl. That is the next character that we want to add. So I'm going to put this here in the group chat so that so you can get the character by going to elements, just like we did right now. Go to elements and search surprise cartoon surprise boy. So now that we have searched this cartoon excited girl, we press enter, right? We come down here to see all, yeah, see all. So we click on see all so that we can see all the images that we have and choose the one that we want. So now all the images are out. Surprise people that you can use. But this is the one I want to use right here. Do you understand? I want to use this girl here. So you can decide to use anyone that is free so that you're able to submit your assignment. So I click on this particular one and then it appears here, right? So the next thing for me to do is to scale this person. So I scale it and then I place it like this. So now I have this. So now this is what I have right here. So have you guys gotten the second girl? Should I redo the cartoon girl? Okay, I can see. Okay, okay. So now that we have gotten our character, right? The next thing that we are going to do is to add our title. We need to add our title, right? That is I said kiss day out. So to do that, right, we come to test here and we click on test. Then you see add a text box. So we click on add a text box. Click here. See my text have appeared here. So don't click anything and edit now, right? So you don't get confused. So I write kids. So you can't see it because it's very small. So what do I do? People know how we increase our text now. I click on my text that is here. Let me bring it up here. See, kids, very small. So I click on this text here. I come here. I want the size of this text to be 280. So I type 280. You see, it's now big. It's now big. So I place it right here. So I place it right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change the font for this kid because this is not the font that I want it to be. Do you get? It's not the font. So how do we change our font? We come up here, it says font, right? We click on it, then you see the search bar down here, right? So we click on it. So the font we're using is known as wages. So we type wages in the group. So I've sent the font to the group. The people that are not following us, you guys should calm down, right? Once we are done with this one, I will try to start afresh since this is a simple design. I will try to start afresh once we are done with this particular design. We have gone so far that I can't just go back like that. Do you understand? So once we are done with this particular one, we still have time and then we will redo the design again. Okay. So now we have searched our font wages, right? So we click on it, see it have appeared here. So we click on it like this. You see our font have changed, the style has changed. Do you understand? So now the next thing that we are going to do, right, is to duplicate this font before we change the color. So we need to duplicate the font. So we click on the font right here. Do you understand? Then you see duplicate. So we click on duplicate side. Do you understand? Make sure that they're on the same side. So now that we have this, the next thing you're going to do is to edit, because the second one here is supposed to be saying day out. We have kids day out. So how are we going to do that? We click on this text again. You know, it's clicked. So you click on it again. So it covered in blue color. Okay. That means that we can edit it. So now we day, write day out. Do you understand? My own is down. So how do I make it all of them to be in one line? I come like this middle one, I expand it like this. You get? I expand it like this and then I shift it. Sorry, I wasn't shifting. Click on the text and then I shift it like this. Do you get? So now I have this. But then if you look at something in this my design, you will notice something that my font is touching outside of the rectangle. Do you understand? Which is not good. It's not supposed to be like that. Do you get? So what do I do? Let me try and shift it to this side and see what happens. So I click on this one, hold my shift key, click on this, and then I shift them back like this. So now I have this. Okay, so now I have this. Or you can decide to reduce the font from this 280 maybe to 270 and see what it gives you. You understand? You can decide to change the font and see what it gives you. So now we have our font right here, but then we don't want it to be black color now. We don't want black color. So what do? We change the color of the font. That's the next step for us. We need to change the color of the font. So now to change the color, we click on the kids. Click on it like this, right? Then we come to color. You know, where we change the color for the font, right? For our text, is you see an A right here and it has colors under it. You understand? So if you click on it, you will see our color palette is out. Do you get? And now you see all these colors here. Why are we seeing these colors here? Because of the background. Do you understand? These are the colors in the background. So now we just choose this green one that is showing right here, this particular color. I click on it and I have this. So to change the one for the day out, I click on the day out text, right? Come to this color again and then I change the color like this. So this is how I got this. So if you guys are here right now, please can you reply me in the group chat or reply by raising up. So I use wages font. If my font is not working in yours that you want, if you have gotten to this extent, can you reply in the group chat? you move the day out to, it's basically easy. So this is how you move it, right? If you're not using a mouse, if you're using your keyboard, right, just, you see, let me click out. Click on the day out, right? Hold down the left key at the space bar. No, we have the right and the left. So hold down the left one, right? So hold down the left one and then you're able to shift it. Just as you move your cursor, wherever you move your cursor to is moving. So that's how you move. So that's how I shifted it to the side. So you guys say that you are here. Azam, what is your question? As for what choose, I told you to calm down, that we are still going to redo it. So just follow us in this one we are doing now. Just wait. We're almost done and then we'll get to remake the design again. How can we do the day out again? You duplicate it by duplicating it. Duplicate the kits. Click on kits, click on duplicate. Once you click on it like this, you see it's now two. Then you bring it down and then click on it again. You see it's covered in blue. That means you can edit it. So you just write day out. That's how I basically did it. So the next thing we are going to do, this is a very simple design. Okay. Next thing we are going to do is for us to add our event info. That's the information that we need for this event. We need to add them. So how can we do that? Okay. We come down here to test, come up to test, sorry. Come to test and we click on test and then click on add a text box like this, right? Then don't press anything, just write what you want to write first. So I want to write the date and then the time, right? So I write 26th, right? April, okay, 2025 at where Shoprite. Shoprite Park at 10 a.m. No, sorry, 1 p.m. So now my event info is here, but then I need to increase the size to what I want, right? So I come up here and then you see this plus sign, right? Just use this plus sign. You say minus here, you say plus sign. So just use this plus sign and increase it to, sorry, the light is too much. So I feel like my text is too much. So what do? I just use the minus sign here to decrease it. So I decrease it like this. Now I have this. So I need to place it very well, okay? So I keep it like this. So you see, we have our event info right here. But this is not the font we want to use. So we need to change the font. So there is a font known as Chewy, right? There's a font known as Chewy. So we come, click on fonts, come down here. You see, this is the one we use for the kids day out, right? So now we clear that one. Sorry. So now we clear that one, right? And then we type chewy. So you see my font is already here. Let me paste the font in the group. So this is the font that we used for the event info. I said the one I used for my own is 71. For mine, okay, it's 65. The font size I use for my own is 65. So I don't know if 65 will work for yours, but then you can just increase it here if it is too small or decrease it from here. The minus sign is for decreasing, while the plus sign is for increasing it. So now we have typed our font. So I click on the font right here. You see my fonts have changed. And now that it have changed, it became smaller. So I want to increase it. So I come to the plus sign here, I just increase it from here. So now I have this right here. So now I have my invert info right here. But I don't want it in black. Okay, I don't want the color to be black color. So what do? I click on the text, right? Come here where we change the same color for the kids day out. The A that has multiple colors on that. Okay, we click on it and then I want to choose this blue color. So I click on this and I have my color right here. So you see that our banner, our billboard, right, is coming together. Our billboard is coming together. So now that we have done this, we are going to, if I finish doing the final step now, we will do it again, right? So now what I'm going to do now is, so if you have a school logo, you can use your own. If you don't have your school logo, what you just need to do, right, is to duplicate this font right here, click on it, you will see the duplicate icon here. You duplicate it, okay, bring it down here and type your school name. So my own, I'm going to type digital dreams. Okay, I C T Academy. So now see, I have the name of my own right here. So what do? I carry this and I drop it here. But if you look at it, the font is too big. The size is too big. So what do I need to do? I want to just resize this. It needs to be tiny. Okay. So to do that, right, I come here again. You see, plus and minus. It's saying decrease font. So I just click on this. If I keep on clicking on it, you see, it's reducing. It's reducing. So now I place it very well like this. Or if you have your school logo, right, you can also get your school logo and just put it right there. Like now, I also have a logo, right? So I can just come to uploads, right? That's where I can get the image that I've uploaded before or to upload a new one. So I come down here, I have my logo right here. So I click on it and my logo is out here. So I scale it down a bit and I can still keep it right here. So do you understand? So it's either if you don't have a logo, if you have a logo, you can use see it can be like this, right? Or you can keep this here and then take out the logo. See, so anyone. Okay, so if some people followed me to this point, please let me know by replying in the group chat before I start afresh. If you followed me to this point, please let me know before I start afresh. Oh, well done, Sonia. Well done. Okay, Kamara. All right, one could do one. Well done. At least I have some people that followed me to this point, and I'm so happy about that. So for the late comers, let's redo it again. Okay, we're going to redo it again for the people that came late. So now I'm going to delete all these things now. So now this is how your Canva page looks like if you have opened your Canva. Hope you all have opened your Canva now. We are doing it again. Hope you all have opened your Canva now, right? So now we have our Canva right here. So we are going to click on this three bar that is showing right here. I say open menu is on top of home. This bar right here. So I'm going to click on it. Okay. Once you click on it, you will see create a design. You guys know now the normal way that we create our designs, right? Normally we create a new document size. So we click on the create a design and then this pops up. So once you have this, type if you can't see banner landscape here like mine. I think the reason why I can see it here is because I've used it. So I don't think it's showing in you guys' own. So just come up here if you can't find it here. Type banner landscape like this, and then you will see different document size that came out. So we want to use this particular one, the first one. So now we click on it. So that is the first step. We have created a new document size. So now we have created a new document size. Okay. So now that we have done that, the next thing for us to do is to put a background, right? To add a background pattern. And the background pattern we're going to use is abstract shape pattern. And I told you guys the day we treated eye shapes is that abstracts are like made with different types of shapes, right? Different shapes are used to make abstract shape. Okay. So the next thing for us to do is now to add our abstract background. So what do? We come here to elements that is under design and we click on elements, right? Then you come to your search element and you search abstract shape seamless pattern. Abstract shapes seamless pattern. So I'm going to copy this, right? And then I'll send it to the group chat. So you can also copy it and paste. Okay. So if you have done it, for those that have done it, right? What I want you to do now, right, is to go to, because I know that most of you here have not taken a test or quiz in the Link School app. So if you know you are done, don't leave the meeting yet. Don't, because I have something to show you guys at the end of the meeting about your mini project. So don't leave the meeting yet. But then what if you don't want to follow us and do it again, what you can be doing is that you can go to the Link School app, right? And take quiz from the first day to this day. That's from lesson 1 to lesson 5. I don't think the quiz for lesson 6 is already there. But then if it is there, take lesson from lesson 1 to lesson 5. What I asked you guys to search, which is abstract shape seamless pattern. You click enter. Okay. Then you come here, you see all. This place that says see all. Okay. You click on it. Now, these are different patterns, background patterns, right? That we can use. If you have Pro, you are using Canva Pro, you can access all these ones here. But then if you are not using like me, then don't use these ones. Why? You can use it here now, but when you want to export your design, you won't be able to export it. Okay, so it's advised that you don't use Pro if you're not using the Pro account. Okay, so now we come down, we scroll down to get the pattern that we want. I've seen the pattern that I want. I want this particular pattern right here. Right, I want this particular pattern right here. So what do? I click on it, and you see my pattern have is already here. Okay, my pattern is already here. So now, what do I do next? The next thing for me to do, what I mean is to make it big. Okay. So if I do that, I take this and then I keep it here so that I know what I'm doing. Okay. So I keep it here, and the next thing for me to do is that I'll come to the down edge, this particular place. Okay, and then I scale it like this just by moving my cursor. You see, if I'm moving my cursor inside, it's going inside, but then if I'm moving it outside, then like this. So now it's remaining the other half. It's remaining the other half. Instead of me to come back to element again and start getting this particular shape again and start resizing it again, I can do it the easy way. So now what is the easy way? The easy way for me to do it is just by clicking on this pattern that I have here, which is now my background. Okay. If I click on it, then if you come down here, you can see duplicate this one, or you can duplicate by pressing Ctrl D. So if I click on this duplicate, it have duplicated into two. So now I have two of this. Okay. So now I just place this like this, and now I have my background ready, made a background using this pattern. Okay. So if you guys are here, please let me know. Let me know if I should continue to the next step. Oh, favor, nice one. Oh, Nwachukwu one, nice one, nice one. I like the fact that you used your own color. Okay. All right. So, favor, I want you to do something, right? If you look at my own kids, you see that they all started at the same line. So, favor, please shift your day so that they all start in the same line that the kids started at. Okay. Wow, interesting. Somebody even Kara even put love on her own. Okay. Oh. And she even changed the girl's clothes. All right. I like the color that you used and the fact that you made the color to match what you are doing. Nice one. You guys are doing well. So, all right. The next thing we are going to do, okay, is for us to add a rectangle on top of this background. Why do we need that rectangle? Because if we don't add that rectangle, if you just type, right, put our image and font on top of this background, click on tools, come to shape, and click on shapes. Now you get the first shape, which is a rectangle. You see, I have the shape here now. So what do we need to do next? We need to resize this particular shape right here. So to do that, right, I'm going to use the ones in the middle, right? Not the circles, but then the ones in the middle. So what do? I come to this edge, I take it here. Okay, I come to this edge again, I bring it here. I come to this side, I take it up like this. I come to this side, I take it up like this. Okay, so now I have to make sure that this is in the center, that is aligned properly. Okay, I have to make sure that it's aligned properly. So what do? I place it very well. So now I have this. So now this is placed very well. So the next step I will need to do is that I don't want this to be green. All right, I want it to be white color. I want it to be white. So I click on just our rectangle now. Okay, and then I come to color here, click on color, and then change to white. So now I have this. I have the white rectangle. So now I've gotten this. So now I ask, what is the next step that we need to take? The next step for us is to add our cartoon character. You know, we need to add the cartoon character. So how do we do that? We go back here to elements. All right, come to elements. Clear the pattern that we searched like this. So now we are going to search for surprised boy. So we search for cartoon so just like this, cartoon surprised boy. So I'm going to copy this and paste it on the chat box so you can also access it from there. So I've pasted it here. Anyway, I can't restart. This is the second time I'm doing this design. It is impossible for me to restart. Okay. So what you're going to do is that at the end of the class, you need to go to the Lean School app to watch the recorded video. All right. I just restarted now, and you want me to restart it again. I don't see the possibility of that. So now that we have searched surprise boy, we click enter. Okay. So we come down here to see all. This place that says see all. We click on it. These are different image that you can use. All right, it's a different image that you can use. So what do? I click on this one, and then my image appears here. All right. So now I have my image right here. So I bring this boy here. It's too small, so I need to scale it. That's to make it big. So I come to the edge here, and then I scale it like this. I shift it here. So now I like the size that it is now. So have you guys gotten to those points? Hey, I understand. Right, I understand. But that's the truth of the matter is that we can't go back. Okay, we can't. So maybe you can just start from the place that we are now. Okay. So now the next step, all right, is for us to add the next image. Okay. So to add the next image, we come back here to elements, right? We clear this particular one that we have searched. So we are going to search for the girl. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in the group chat. So now we have searched cartoon excited girl. Okay, we click enter, all right, and then you come down here to see all, that is in graphics. You come down here to see all, and then you click on see all, so that we get to see different images that we have that we can use. Okay, so this is the one I want to use. You can also decide to use this one. This that are free. Click on this image you want to use, click like this, and see my image have appeared here. Okay, so now I want to place this image, right? So I carry it from here and I place it right here near the boy like this. So it's small, okay, so we need to scale it. That we need to make, so make it big like this, and then I bring it down. So now we have our image right here. We have our image already. So we have the cartoon related girl here on. Okay, or should I give you guys time to get to this point, or have you done it? Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, nice one. Why Judo? Yes, we have assignment. That's why I say you guys should stick around. Okay, so now we need to add the title. Right, title. We come to test here, test. Click on test. Add a text box. Okay, my text box is right here. So what do I move it up so I see what I'm typing? So I move it to here. So now, okay, I type kids. So it's very small. Okay, see, it's very small. So what do? I click on the text. Okay, come here. I want the text to be 280 in size. 280. So I click 280 and I enter. So you see my text is now big. Okay, but then another thing, I don't like the font. This is not the font that I want to use because this is a banner. Okay, so we need to use fonts that are bold, right? That can get attention. All right. So now what do? We come to font here. Here is where we change our font. So we click on it. All right. We at the search bar. So we click on the search bar, and then we are going to search for a font, a display font known as Rage. This font, you see, my own have appeared. So I'm going to copy this font and put it in the chat, so that you guys can also copy it and paste that if you haven't written it. So now I click on those fonts, and you see my fonts have changed to a bold font. And this with this font, when people see this billboard, right, they can easily read it or see it. So now we have made the first font. So we need to make the font that says day out. So we need to make the font that says day out. All right. Oh, that answer, please. But have you answered the one for Tuesday night? Huh? Have you answered the huh? Have you answered the one for Tuesday night? Perfect. So now you're having kids. So what do we need to do? We need to type this to be day out. So how do we do that? We click on the fonts for the first one, all right, then we click the second one, and you see it's covered in blue line, blue colors. So what it means that we can now edit this. So what do? We type day out. So mine is under here. Okay, so what do? I need to expand this so that the two of them can be in the same line. So I come to the one in the middle right here, all right, and then I sorry, this was expanding. I expand it like this. Okay, so now I place it. I place it here. But then look at this my font. You see that my font is touching, is even moving out of the rectangle, and that's not good. You know, we talked about layouts and rules that we need to follow. So what do I need to do? I need to shift this my day back a little. So I shift it. Sorry. I shift my day a little here, and the same thing with key balanced. You know, we talked about balance, alignment, and other principles of design. So now you see, I want them to be at the same line. So you see, now I have this. It's no longer touching or going out from here. So that I have this, the next thing I want to do is to change the color. Okay, which I said you can also change your own color to the color that you want. Okay, we can change the color of our text here that has multiple colors under it. All right, so if I click on it like this, you see our color palette is out. So what do? You can see these colors here because of the background, right? This is where the colors background. Now we talked about repetition. Okay, it will be best for us to use the colors that are in this background. All right, so what do? I click this color here, and then come back and use the color. So the next step for us to do is to put the event in. Okay, that's information about the always they to see and the place. So we need to put the event information. All right. So to do that, okay, we'll come back here to test. All right, because we are not duplicating this because this is not the font that we want to use. If not, we would have clicked on it and then duplicate it. But no, that is not what we want to do. This is not the font we want to use. So to test, click on test, all right, and then add a text box. So now we have this. So I type my what are the event info. So the design, all right. The event info is 26th April 2025. That's the date. So we type 26th, right? April 2025. All right. Then the place is at ShopRite. So location is ShopRite. ShopRite Park. All right, so the time is 1 p.m. So we write at 1 p.m. So I think I should copy this and then send to you guys. Okay. So I just sent it here. What I wrote is 26th April 2025 at ShopRite Park at 11, well, sorry, at 1 p.m. So I just sent you guys the event info here. All right. So now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do, okay, is for us to increase the size. Okay. So now I place this here and then I come here and then I increase the size. You see, it's showing plus minus. So plus is to increase the font size and then the minus here is to decrease it. So I increase it for here. Okay. So now 60. All right. So let's change the font and see if we still need to increase it. We come to font here. All right. Then we click on font. You see the font that the last one we searched to see here. So we clear it. So the font that I want us to use for this particular one is known as Chewy font. Okay. So I put in Chewy. You see, it's already out here. So I'm going to copy this font and then send it to you guys. Click anywhere before you added your text box. Click on the text box, right, and make sure that there is a it's covered in blue, showing blue color. If it's showing blue color, then you type. Make sure you click on the text 2 times so that you can edit. So this is the text font. All right. So I click on this, and you see my fonts have changed, and now it has even become smaller. So I place it here first. What do? I increase. So just use I use 77. That's the font size for my own. My own is 77. So you can decide to use 77 for your own too. Alright. So now that I've changed the font name to Chewy, alright. The next thing I want to do is to change the color. You know this is black and I don't want it to be black. Alright. So I click on to text color here, the A that has a multiple color under it. I click on it. All right, and then I choose this blue color here. Now I have this. It's gradually coming together. Step now, the last step, which is to put name of our name, or if you have your school logo you can also use that. So the next thing we are going to do now is to click on this text that we just wrote now, the one that has the invent info on it like this. Then we duplicate it right here. Click on duplicate. Okay. Then we take it up here. So it's up here. So what do I do? You know this, click on it again. My school. So write the name of your school. So write Digital Dreams ICT Academy. All right. So this is the name of my own school. So you see, if you look at this, it's not looking. Why? Because it's big. So you need like small. So what do we do? And then we decrease the font size. The plus sign is to increase, the minus sign is to decrease. So what do? We decrease it. So now we place it. So mine is 38. My own font size in 38, and voila, we have our design. But if you have your school logo, okay, you can come here to upload files and get your school logo. But I've already uploaded it before, so what do I need to do? I just search for it, come down, see the logo right here. So I get the logo. It's too big, so I resize it to be just as small as the other one. So I can decide to keep the logo right here or the text. So anyone you have, if you have your school logo, you can keep your school logo here. Just use the text and write your school name and keep it bold. You can make it, how can you make it bold? Change the text. Which particular one that I try to make bold, or is it the event information? Gifts. You said you are done with yours. You can do that by screenshotting it. Screenshot and then send. So, did you guys get to this point?